I'm not sure I've actually had one of these spicy McCrispies.
They're
Not
good.
bad. Not
Spicy
bad.
McCrispies are good, dude. I got some McDonald's after the game, late night here in Cuse. Depression McDonald's. Does this feel like a depression McDonald's? Feels to me like our depression McDonald's.
Yeah, I'd say so.
That sucked. I can't see you with this fucking lamp in the way. That sucked.
Yeah, it was fucking unpleasant, huh?
You're watching Domed in Cuse, the quick hit podcast for real Orange fans. If you love Cuse sports, hit like and subscribe.
That was. I know that wasn't our worst loss of the season, dude, but I'd argue that was the most painful by a decent margin, honestly.
I don't know if it's because we were here
Yeah.
or that I just missed the fucking campus or that Syracuse in the middle of fall is a beautiful place to be.
Gorgeous day. Let's call that out first.
We drove up here today. We drove through the fucking most beautiful foliage you've ever seen, the nicest roads. We took
Seriously.
90, 80, 684 to 87 to 90.
Gorgeous. I mean, the perfect fall landscape coming up here.
The weather was sweatshirt weather, but not colder.
Not cold.
Sunny. Had the sunglasses on. We were driving. Today could not have set up as a better day.
That's true. That is true.
And I mean, I really don't know if it was being up here, being around that electric campus. It felt like when we were in college. And honestly, Tab, it felt too much like when we were in college. It felt like the Schaefer years. Where, like, even though the fan base was excited, alumni weekend, lots of people at the game to start, by halftime, the student base is me and you, 2014, 2013, just me and you and Lawler. Me, you, one dog, dude. We're the last three left in the stadium.
That's it. You
can't blame the kids. You can't even blame the kids,
no.
Dude.
I mean, you can't even. The fans showed out today. There was easy 40, probably to 45,000 people there. I don't know what the final tally was, but it was pretty full all the way up to the upper decks. You know, people showed out today, and I think most folks were going in trying to be a little, what we'll call, slightly blindly optimistic, right? Based on what we've seen the last few weeks.
Go ahead and put it.
They were not rewarded for that optimism at all today. I mean, now back-to-back showings at home. Honestly, you could throw the UConn game in here too. I mean, we have not played well at home really at all this year. Just a really, really demoralizing game. And I know we'll jump into this, but
it's just demoralizing. That's what I mean. That's why I think it feels like the times when we used to be on campus under Scott Schaefer, because it was like there are no answers. We would look at the team and it'd be like, Riley Dixon trick play, sick, dude.
Right.
That was the coolest moment of the game because the only moment where we felt like something could positively happen for us. And today just felt too much like there was never, ever going to be anything positive that happened for us. I don't know why that is, but it just didn't feel like we were ever, I don't know, it like in the game, I guess.
No, for a game that was close. Score-wise was close the entire time. I mean, we struggled to get a first down. I mean, it was all game, man. Like, I don't really know how else we can possibly put it other than like it was just an incredibly frustrating experience to watch. Like from the opening possession. I mean, from the opening possession, and I really do. When I say this, I'm talking about the offense primarily here. Like the defense showed up today. Yeah. The defense showed up and did their job, but from the opening possession on offense, I mean, complete mess. Right? I mean, I don't know, man. Just really, really, really poor showing from us, and frankly, like everybody, the staff. Fran, you are more to blame for that loss than anybody who played on the field today. And there's no way to beat around this. Like, we'll get into the full situation and play by play on some of these, but he handed Pitt 7 points before the half. I don't know what he was doing with the quarterbacks to start the second half there. I mean, just weird indecision, and I don't even know what to say on it just yet, because it's just like we look non-serious as a program at times out there the last few weeks, and just really disappointed today. I don't know how else you feel about it.
I mean, I think we feel the exact same way. I think we both leave this game feeling the exact same way. And I think we both came into this game thinking the exact same way. Like, I think we both wanted today to be awesome. That's why I gave all that soliloquy in the beginning about fucking what a beautiful day it had set up to be. You know, we were walking around campus right before the game. We're snapping some pictures. We're trying to get some B-roll for the podcast, you know, some stuff maybe we'll throw in the intros and whatnot. You know, just some Syracuse landscape, because we fucking love it here and it's beautiful. We love coming back to our campus, and it's a beautiful campus to come back to. I can't wait to bring my son here. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and my wife met at Syracuse. I can't wait to bring my son back to the campus. I'd love to bring him back to 6 sports, though. I really would. It would make it way cooler.
Don't bring him anywhere near today. You know, I'm very
today
glad
was deflating.
Wasn't around.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, good.
But you know what I mean? Like,
totally.
I want my kid to like Syracuse because I love Syracuse. My wife loves Syracuse. We met at Syracuse. We want our kids to appreciate the value of the Syracuse University, and not saying you can't without the sports teams, but when the sports teams are good, it just makes it that much nicer.
I mean, without a doubt. And whatever we just saw today was certainly not that. Want to jump into it a little bit? Like,
let's do it.
Where do you want to start from this? I mean, we could start with our own opening possession, because that's probably.
I mean, you have to, right? Because
right.
He throws the interception on the third play of the game.
Correct.
I think you start with the first play where Collins gets hurt. You do a running play at the middle.
Correct. Yes, that's right. Okay,
Collins gets hurt right away. First play of the game.
Austin Collins. We'll clarify this. This is Austin Collins, starting center, gets hurt first play of the game on a 5-yard run. Actually looked good. We handed the ball to Willis, 5-yard run. Good play. Naturally, what maybe is our most consistent offensive line. I'm sure maybe. I think he is, right? Like, he's the guy who doesn't come off the field ever.
He hasn't until today, and then today he came off the field and it immediately looked like a disaster.
Exactly. It's a complete fucking mess today.
Because second down,
we
rush up the middle and they get 2 guys through the line of scrimmage before Willis even can get handed the ball.
I believe that was our left tackle being
and our center
run through.
It was everybody. There was multiple guys in the backfield.
I mean, it was just a mess. Like, literally, it was multiple offensive linemen being essentially pancaked. I mean, like, thrown on the ground on a dive play, which is like, guys, I mean, crazy. And then the third play, out route. I don't even remember who was the intended receiver.
Gil.
I think it was Gil. Was it Gil or Cook?
It was Gil. I think it was Gil, and he way overthrew him.
He threw it behind.
He threw it like the defensive back was running the route. Right?
He threw it into his stomach.
Right into his stomach. I mean, the defensive back ran the perfect route for Ricky.
And that's how we started the game. So then Pitt takes the ball over at our 35.
They score immediately.
After 2 stout defensive plays, then we blitz. Horrible contain on the quarterback. I believe you have a comment on a little bit on that choice, but we blitz, we miss him, we break contain, nobody touches him for 37 yards, touchdown.
Can't be blitzing Buxton there. I mean, he's more of that free safety type role. He always has been, like the coverage kind of safety. And he clearly didn't look comfortable in that blitz, in my opinion. He did not look comfortable in that blitz.
No.
I feel like that's maybe more of a situation you could put Grant or Deuce in, because I feel like those guys are really good, especially those 2 are really good in the run game. So if you've got a quarterback who can run, I feel like if you have Deuce you have Grant being that blitzer in that situation, I think it makes sense because those guys are good at tackling runners. Buxton is much more of the coverage guy.
Want to take a guess how many career sacks Barry Buxton has?
0, I'm guessing. How many
Bingo.
career sacks does Deuce have? Can you look up Deuce real quick? Because I bet you Deuce has a sack or two. And Grant, we know he has that strip fumble against Miami in the backfield. Like Grant's always in the backfield. Those are guys I feel like would have been much better suited to go do that. You're coming out of a bye week. I do feel like these are the kind of things we need to clean up.
I agree. I mean, Deuce doesn't have a whole lot. I mean, he's got one.
That's one more than Buxton.
Yeah, right.
It should have been Grant. It honestly should have been Grant in that exact role. It should have been Grant. And he should have had Buxton out in coverage. Buxton misses. They do score there. We then get the ball back. We don't do anything with it. They come down. They score a field goal. It's about 10-0 right away. We then have a drive a little bit later in the game. We tie the game. I mean, it goes 10-7. We're down 10-7. It stays like that till pretty much the end of half.
Well, let's. I do want to clarify the drive. The drive was a 12-yard drive or whatever it was off the Kerr interception.
The Kerr interception,
which
right?
brought us down to the 10-yard line.
Fair.
There was no driving from Syracuse in
Yep.
this game.
Yep.
We were driving as much as Helen Keller drove in her life in this game. Right? There was no
like
driving.
my son when I'm pushing him in the
Correct.
car. How much
Correct.
he's driving is how much
Exactly. I mean, there was no driving from the Syracuse
a
football
little stroller
team
car
today.
today.
Exactly.
A little stroller car today.
Like, we got the ball on the 10-yard line. We were able to complete a pass, which I'm happy about, and it was happily in the end zone, but I am not giving our offense much credit for that score. The defense handed them the ball at the 10-yard line. But we did score, and that brought it to a 3-point game. And sorry, dude.
I think that's right. I think that's a great call. And then, I'm happy that Daryl Gill got the touchdown because I love Daryl.
That is true. And he did make a nice catch on that. But anyway, moving into the rest of the half, it's kind of a stalemate the rest of the half there. Like, the defense honestly played tremendous today. This was the best defensive performance in a couple of years for Syracuse, to be honest, I thought.
I do hold a little special place in my heart for Miami last year because they didn't play great in that game against Miami. But the one thing that they did do is they made the plays they needed to win the game, especially Grant with the strip sack. But also, Marlowe made some really big tackles in that game. So not disagreeing with you because I'm remembering maybe one other game in the last 2 years.
Right.
And it was our biggest upset last year. So I definitely think it was a great defensive effort today. There were some things that were maddening, which we can get to in the second half. But I thought, overall, the defense was really good today. I still don't know how great the coaching is, but the defense is good. It's much better.
The defense, they played hard, and they at least committed to stopping something today, and that was the running game. I thought the rush defense.
Okay, but let's skip ahead
strong.
a little bit. Let's just skip ahead a little bit because we'll come back to where we were at the end of the first half. But I do want to skip ahead because now we're talking about the defense. I need to get in this discussion. There was a certain point there where we didn't have any linebackers on the field for like 5 plays, and you were calling it out to me, and we were so mad about it because it's something that as fans we're sitting, a few hundred rows up. We're 5 beers deep at that point, right? We're each 5 beers deep, tall boy Labatt's, not anything crazy.
Running quarters defense.
But we are seeing that we don't have any linebackers on the field, and they're just throwing everything either underneath or running the ball.
Yeah, totally.
It was obvious, and if us drunk fans, could realize it, then, obviously Pitt's going to realize it.
Yeah. It was obvious. I mean, we played with 7 defensive backs on the field. I don't know what we were doing. Pitt had multiple tight ends for part of that on the field. Who was matching up that personnel? I mean, befuddling.
That's why we were getting this discussion. We're giving the defense credit. And my point more in bringing that to the discussion, because I think we both agree on that, is that it was more about the players tonight on defense than it was about the coaching. And I think the players tonight on defense, from the cornerbacks, Demetrius Samuel, Chris Peel, the safeties, Deuce Chestnut, Barry Buxton, Devin Grant, to the multiple defensive line moves tonight because we ran everybody in and out of this game. Tank was great. Jobity was great.
Yep.
Simmons was great again. Tremble had it. Like, everybody
The
was
defensive
good
line
tonight.
was
Jaquez was good tonight.
fantastic tonight. I mean, it was 7 sacks, I believe, is what they ended with. They were the best unit in the football game tonight, the Syracuse defensive line. And it's a shame that we've wasted this performance tonight because they dominated this football game.
They dominated.
They
I mean,
dominated
it was an incredible
the game.
effort.
But yeah, sorry.
No, totally. It was an incredible effort. It was an incredible effort.
Yeah.
It was an incredible effort. And so now we get towards the end of the half, and that's where something starts to go wrong. It's 10-7. We start to get a stop. Fran inexplicably calls a timeout like he has done a few times, trying to get the ball back when he knows his offense can't move the ball. This was a perfect moment. We're at home against Pitt. It's a night game. Like, the fans were into it. We had 5 false starts because of the fans. This is a moment where you just get to half. You get to half down 10-7. And it was obvious from when Pitt had the ball the first time.
Absolutely. I mean, you have a quarterback who has like 50 yards and 2 interceptions. What do we think is going to happen when we get the ball at our own 20-yard line with 30 seconds left? Honestly, we haven't scored in 3 weeks with this guy playing quarterback. And we're gonna come out and throw the ball 3 times after we're calling timeouts. And it burned us the week before and 2 weeks before.
2 weeks before.
Sorry, it was the Duke game.
The Duke game.
This was coaching malpractice from Fran tonight.
At the end of the half.
It was awful. It was awful. And it cost the team the game tonight. The game is a completely different. Pitt could not score. They could not move the ball. Like, our defensive line was dominating them.
We gifted them, 17 points tonight?
At least. Like, the 2 touchdowns were from our... I guess we're going to throw in the third, whatever this garbage one was at the end of the game, which, again, was another gift by us. We just handed them the ball.
Well, that was actually pass interference. We'll get into that one. We'll get into that.
Yes. I just cannot believe that decision at the end of the half.
No, that decision at the end of the half, you're right. It's 100% coaching malpractice. You haven't done anything. And he's so lucky because on the first play, Ricky throws an interception. And the guy just drops it.
100%. He threw it into his stomach.
In the first play of that
Threw
drive.
a chest pass to a linebacker.
Which to be fair, not to be fair to Ricky, if he actually, if his plan works there and he throws the interception, we probably get a tackle. They probably just settle for a field goal. So he was just going to give them 3 points, and we ended up giving them 7. That's good quarterback play.
That's right. Saving points, development.
I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to be funny. We get to the second half. We're down 17-7. And the defense continues to play well. I mean, Pitt ended this game with 23 points.
I believe they ended with 30 because of the late touchdown at the end. Right. So it did end at 30. But that is just not an accurate representation of how the game went. And when your offense does nothing all game long, eventually your defense is going to give up points, particularly when you have to go for it late in the game.
Right. And so then they have a drive started, and Syracuse actually moved the ball in the field well. They try to throw it deep, and there's a clear pass interference. And this is something that you said to me, and I think it's really true. You said this to me in the game. When you've been this bad all game, you don't get these calls.
Yeah, it's
true. Because we haven't been good all game, and so you just don't get that call. I mean, Daryl Gill, we know he's as short-handed as they come in college football. He's not a guy to volleyball a ball into the air. He's getting tackled while he's trying to make the catch, and it's just clearly pass interference. I mean, it's the most clear pass interference there ever was. I was mad at Fran for not having linebackers in because I'm in the 200s and I'm drunk and I can see it. That one was so bad. It was pass interference, and I could see it from the 200 level. It was obvious. I mean, it's just a terrible missed call that ends up costing us because it ends up bouncing off of him, going to an interception. They get a quick 3 right off of that. And, without that, it probably feels like a closer game. I don't know. It feels like a closer game, I guess.
I mean, it certainly would have helped, it's just like I do think though, like I'm not even. I know it sort of seems silly because the refs need to referee every play, but it is true, dude. When you're a mess all game long, you're not going to get the benefit of the doubt like that. You know,
It's
like
true, which is a good
it
point.
just seems like a toss down the field. Like everything looked disjointed and a mess from us tonight on offense, and it was really disappointing, dude. It really was because the defense played their hearts out tonight. You don't get 7 sacks in a football game and lose very often. You really do not. And it's crazy how little we produced on offense. And I don't know what the fuck we were doing with the quarterbacks. What were we doing? We're gonna play Luke for a few plays, and then we're gonna admit after the game he can't run the offense.
That was a crazy quote.
Whose fault is that?
Yeah, that was a crazy quote.
Whose fault is that? Candidly,
Do we want to get into that? Do we want to get into?
I mean, I'm down to. At this point,
so
I'm
the game ends. The game ends. You know, Syracuse. I think overall, if we gave this game, grades, I think we would give the defense like an A.
The defense played the best game they have played in
I
the
would
Fran
give
Brown
them an
era.
A. I would give them an A. I thought they were really good today. They had the one turnover that gave us 7 points. We gave up 17 points on turnovers or special teams. And then they gave up a late touchdown when the game was already over, let's be honest. So they really gave up like one meaningful touchdown today.
Yeah. They didn't even though, because those were 3 field goals the rest of it the way.
The rest of it was 3 field goals. It wasn't even
2 field goals.
2 field goals, right? They got 6, right?
And yeah, I guess that the first third down play was not great.
But that was off of a turnover.
But it's off of a turnover where they're defending at their own 35-yard line. It was horrible. And whatever we're doing at quarterback, I just don't have a clue. I do not have a clue. I have no clue what we're doing at quarterback.
I get if Ricky's not good. I don't get if kids aren't ready by week 8. Right? We're week 8 now?
These kids have been in camp.
This is week 8. Ricky, Luke was here in the fucking. They were here. Rich was here.
There are other freshmen all around the country who are playing.
The kid we played against was a freshman. He understands the fucking playbook.
Like, what are we talking about? I'm so frustrated by everything I saw and heard tonight. Unserious is my takeaway right now. And maybe that's harsh. Then what I'll settle for is it's deja vu from what I saw from the last coach at Syracuse.
It's worse, but it's deja vu from what we saw when we were here as students, and it was 1-11, and you just watched the games with no hope, dude. Like that's what today felt like to me. That's why I called it back to them.
There was no answers.
There was no hope. At no point, despite the fact that it was a close game at points, there was no hope in this game.
I mean, I was trying.
There was no hope in this game.
Captain Positivity.
It didn't work.
It was impossible.
It didn't fucking work. I wasn't positive, and I'm usually the most positive guy there is.
I mean, I just could not believe the lack of. I mean, just the complete lack of answers. And coming off a bye, I mean, we have got to be the worst team in football off a bye. I mean, no?
Yeah. Yeah.
How are we consistently this inept off of bye week?
I mean, it goes back to, I think we talked about this one play, actually, that I love to dive into, maybe a key play of the game. This is, we get the ball in the red zone. And to me, this is a key play because this is right off of the Davian Kerr interception. And we immediately go into the red zone. We're at the 17 or something after this interception.
12.
Right, whatever it is. We're in the red zone. And we decide to run a running play on first down. And then on second down, hurry up into a Volare trick play at quarterback, which we never went back to.
No.
And my whole thing to you was, if we're going to run the Volare at the quarterback thing, and we're doing it after a turnover, which is basically like a timeout, why are we running it on second down and not on first down? When there's no chance we're going to run up against a delay game and have to take a timeout, and then we can't go back to that play because the other team saw it. Like, why aren't we doing that off of first down, off of a turnover, when we have clear quarterback problems?
No idea. I don't know why. And
Seems like the right time to run
we
that
took
play.
a timeout, and obviously we had to table that play because we didn't come out and run it again. And we did throw a touchdown on the next play, I believe. So great. But it just is, to your point, emblematic of it. We were a mess. We're a mess. And I do feel bad because some of this is like we have spent plenty of time going on about the shortcomings on the defensive side of the football, right?
Yeah.
We've done plenty of time covering that. They showed up tonight. That was a winning performance from that defense.
Yeah.
And it is incredibly disappointing that this game wasn't even competitive with that. This wasn't a competitive football game, and Pitt did fucking nothing. They did nothing. It's insane how little Pitt did in this game. Can you remember one good play that Pitt had other than the scramble to start the game?
The scramble to start the game is the one.
Literally, that's it.
Yeah.
That happened in the first 3 minutes of the game.
The interception over the middle was nice. I mean, I know it was like a perfectly thrown ball to the guy. That was a nice interception.
I'm talking like
but those are the two plays that come to
Pitt
mind for Pitt.
offense. Did they do anything?
But even their defense, like those are the two plays that come to mind for Pitt, and that won them the game.
Seriously,
They made two good plays. That's what it felt like, at least. Maybe that actually. Well, let's add a third one when they did the spider wide banana for 12 yards. That was a great play. That was really good.
I mean, they had 4 false start penalties because the crowd in like the first 6 minutes of the game.
The crowd was electric.
The crowd was awesome tonight. The crowd was there. They were into it. They treated the game like it was a special event night game. They treated it like it was.
It was fun. Game. It was a fun game.
It was an electric crowd. An electric crowd. And then when that punt return went for a touchdown,
it died. It killed the crowd.
Fucking cut the legs out of the entire.
The student section was good. They were trying to do a wave. It was packed, and then we let up that punt return touchdown, and everybody was like, "All right, I'm done."
It was just like, what are we doing?
I mean, what do you think? Because from the crowd reaction, to be honest with you, the crowd reaction is over, Ricky. We have to be honest.
I mean, there were
right?
And I don't love there were boos. There were loud boos tonight. There was a lot of loud boos tonight.
I think the crowd, just like from what we heard in our section, from what we heard in terms of the boos overall, I feel like the crowd and the people are a little bit over Ricky.
Yeah, I mean, they're over whatever this product is, and if it's like. We can't keep doing this. We can't keep doing this.
My thing is, if we're going to use Luke the way we use him because he doesn't know the playbook, can we run a Dan Villari playbook? Because it would be better, I legitimately think if we had Jason Beck running the Dan Villari playbook in this game, I think we would win this game. Let's run jet sweeps with Jonte Cook, Dan Villari power up the middle, or Yazzie Willis or Will Nixon on the runs with him.
I agree with you. I mean, I think we could have run a fullback dive 53 times in a row tonight and had a better result.
Right, you know what I mean?
Seriously, like it was that inept.
And Dan's proven he can do a decent job at quarterback.
Seriously,
running that kind of wildcat offense. You know, it's not great. We know it's not great, but you're going to get 12 points. You're not going to make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
Or 13 points. I mean, you're not going to make a lot of mistakes. And you're probably going to get a touchdown and 2 field goals and not make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah. I mean,
that's better than what we got tonight.
It just cannot be worse than it's been the last few weeks. And I'm like at a loss for words at how frustrating that was to watch. I cannot believe the amount of people that actually stayed through the end. Like, I know a lot of people did leave.
There's at least 10,000 people, though.
I could not believe it.
3 minutes left in the game. There's at least 10,000 people still just sitting around.
Like,
maybe
the community
5-10,
deserves better than that. It just deserves better. And I do like Fran. I like Fran. I love Fran.
No, this isn't. This is not coming off as like anti-Fran or that Fran needs to be fired. It's nothing like that. It's just a pure reaction to how badly this game went.
I'm tired of Syracuse football looking like this, dude.
And the one thing I'll say is that, you know, to speak positively of Fran, because I did want to get this out there, is if Steve Angeli's in this game, we win this game 42-20.
Yes.
Probably. Something like that, right? And Fran recruited and he got Steve Angeli here. Steve Angeli tore his Achilles, and that shit happens, and it's not great when that shit happens. But the other criticisms of Fran just because overall he did a pretty good job, which we agree, right? Like bringing in the talent, everything. He did a
Absolutely.
pretty overall good job. He's done a pretty good overall job this year, despite the hardships that we've had.
Yes.
But the few questions we have that really concern us are like, why does Luke Carney not know the playbook?
I mean, just
If Ricky's this bad, why can't we go to Dan Villari?
I mean, also, like, what's with all of the befuddling coaching decisions all over the place? I mean, the end of half sequence, awful. Like, and it's not even just that. I mean, there was, like you said, the weird quarters defense for periods of the game.
Right, where we didn't have any linebackers on the field for 5 plays in a row.
You know? And I don't know, man. It just, there were things out there that are frustrating to watch. And then we started taking a bunch of really bad penalties too in this game, and just it really did sort of feel like a version of the Dino Babers era. Again, it just really did. It looked like this. I've watched this Syracuse before. It didn't feel like anything different.
Didn't feel like anything.
And I love Fran, but we can't. We got to be better than this. Like,
it didn't feel like anything different.
It just didn't feel like anything different, you know. And like,
that's why we can feel like we are criticizing Fran. Obviously, we don't think Fran's on a hot seat or anything like that.
Never that,
right?
Yeah,
but these are like legitimate criticisms, I think, that we have about how the team is playing and how the team is being coached, really more than anything. And I feel like these are the areas that we need to get better.
The coaching is not helping anybody.
These are the areas we need to get better at. And one of the things that I don't ever want to hear again is that a kid's been on campus for like 6 months and doesn't know the playbook.
Never.
I don't care who they are. I don't care if it's. I don't want if the equipment manager after 6 months doesn't know the playbook, we're in trouble.
Yeah. I mean,
you know what I mean? Like, I'm being obviously facetious, but you know what I mean? Like,
I am with you, dude. And if he doesn't know the playbook, one of the other 3 guys has to.
Somebody's got to know the playbook. How do we not? Nobody knows the playbook. What
are we talking about?
What is it? Top secret?
Corey's been here for 2 years.
He doesn't know the playbook.
He doesn't know the playbook either. Really? You know, like that's ridiculous.
Dog, come on. We know that's ridiculous.
Okay.
I think we're worked up because we're at the game. I think we're worked up because we're both at the game, and it's just we wanted it to be better. It's set up to be a better day, right? Like it was such a beautiful day coming in. The campus is so beautiful. We love being up here. We love coming to the Syracuse games.
And the crowd was there.
And how great is the dome now with all the
the dome is beautiful.
The seats, the atrium, the everything. I mean, it looks so much nicer. It is so much nicer. I love pissing at a trough. I know you don't. That's okay.
Yeah, I get a little stage fright.
But I just think like the dome has been a fantastic improvement. It was an electric crowd tonight. It was a beautiful day. It just set up so well. And then to watch the football beat, I think the key word is hopeless.
It was absolutely hopeless. I think that I completely agree that's about the one word appropriate takeaway. It was hopeless.
It just crushes the day. It crushes what could have been an awesome day in upstate New York.
Yeah. I mean, would we say gorgeous day?
Out of the magazine, gorgeous. Come on.
It doesn't get prettier than this.
Sunny.
I mean, a
warm
perfect fall day.
Like 65, but
65
warm.
65 and warm and sunny.
Sunny. It's never sunny up here.
And
it's always gray.
For that to just, man. I just don't even know where to go from that. I got to be honest, man. I don't see this team winning another football game this year.
I think we can pull off UNC.
I do not.
We might even pull off BC.
I appreciate.
BC sucks.
I actually think I will actually agree with you. I think BC is our more likely win than UNC.
I'm really just praying we can beat both those teams because we should beat both those teams.
I hope that's the case. I really do. What I watched today is not beating another team. Like I don't know how we cannot trot out this offense again.
It's pitiful. Hopeless.
It looks like 2 years ago, the last year of the Dino Babers era, before we went to full-on Dan Villari Wildcat quarterback.
I'm ready to go to the full
It's
cat.
exactly what it
Yeah.
looks like.
I'm ready to go there.
We just except this team
It's
doesn't have a
dark.
LaQuint Allen who
That's dark.
LaQuint Allen would just will us like a touchdown every game. That we don't have that.
I fucking miss LaQuint.
We don't have that. So
that's one of those where we've talked about this. I wish we still had LaQuint, but for LaQuint, I'm happy he went to the NFL.
Thank God LaQuint is not on this football team.
Because he couldn't run the ball with no offensive line help. I mean, come on, dude. Some of the stuff that Willis had to do tonight, where he was getting hit by 2 guys in the backfield.
And we've challenged Willis.
He ran straight ahead tonight.
Willis ran hard tonight. The problem was he had to run hard 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Not many running backs do that well. There. Actually, none of them do.
Actually, it's impossible.
Yeah, actually, none of them do. And so, yeah.
We didn't help that kid tonight.
The 6th train, he ran hard. He actually, the first play of the game, he ran hard.
He ran hard every play of the game, even the one where he got
But he
like
set
4
the
yards
tone.
and he knocked that guy back
He did.
5
He's
yards.
crushing guys all game. Nobody blocked anybody at all tonight.
This would have been a game where LaQuint, like even if we had LaQuint, it would have been the same kind of thing. And I'm happy
I don't know what our final numbers are. I know we didn't have more than 60 yards rushing tonight. There's no way. Maybe we did with some Ricky scrambles.
Yeah, Ricky had a few scrambles that were nice.
Maybe there was some garbage stuff late, but
I think to wrap it here, I think the main points are the offense felt hopeless. We wasted an absolute gem from our defensive line and most of the defensive group in general. And again, our coaching lets us down. I think those are the 3 key points, right?
Yeah.
Offense was hopeless. We wasted a gem from the defensive line specifically, but the defense in general was very good. And then the coaches were hopeless today. The coaches let us down.
All right, guys. Here we are. We're out here after this fucking Pitt disaster again. Hey, guys. At least it wasn't 40-0 like it was last year. Yeah. Coming off of a bye week, what do you guys think we worked on?
I think Fran got the guys ready and kept it close despite all the odds stacked against them. They committed to the run game, maybe to a fault. It's nice to see Ricky get the legs going late, but kind of refs took over from there and made it all about them. But you know what? Looking forward to next week, seeing what they bring.
So committed to the run game, except for at the end of the first half when we decided to pass 3 times, punt the ball to the other team, and allow a punt return for a touchdown.
Not gonna lie to you, the interceptions were frustrating, but honestly, I think we're gonna head it to 5 guys here, and it's gonna correct a lot of what we were angry about. And honestly, I think we're gonna have a great time regardless. So, and honestly, thank you very much for picking us here. I think it's because we were throwing the pill around and making
of
a couple
course,
nice
dude.
plays
You guys
out
look
here.
good out here.
We enjoy that.
What did you guys think about the coming off the bye week?
Yeah, what do you think?
I mean, it doesn't look like we worked on a whole lot. Took a lot of penalties.
Pretty odd call to bring Carney out for a few drives.
And then just replace him in the middle of a drive on 3rd down.
When he was out there, he had some jam.
If I do say so myself, I think it was a setup game. I think they're going to come back pretty strong on Halloween in front of Bill Belichick, and I think they got something coming.
We better fucking win against Bill Belichick. That's
one thing
terrible.
away from this, though. We're committed to Fran Brown in the program, and we're here with Fran. We like what he's bringing to the table.
No, we love what Fran's bringing to the culture, but I mean, you have to look at this game and you have to look at it like the defense held their head in there for the first time in a long time.
I agree with you.
We're hoping that Fran throws the pads on and gets out there at quarterback next week. I heard he played back.
I mean, it can't be worse than what we're looking at.
You know what? We love Angeli.
We miss Angeli. We do miss Angeli.
He's the Cornish.
Yeah, we'll be back.
I mean, if we had Angeli, I think we win this game.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, big time.
Ended on their biggest win of the year.
I mean, to be fair, we gave up, I think, how many points? 23 tonight, and I think at least 17 of them were off of turnovers that we gave the other team.
Well, the punt return for a touchdown at half was pretty tough. That was a back.
That is below the belt,
especially kind of trying to make a late run in the fourth there. But you know what? Like I said, what they brought tonight and keeping it close and putting up a fight, it says a lot about the coaching. So it says a lot about what we have to expect for the rest of the season going into next year.
I love Fran Brown.
Halloween.
You know what? We can't lose when Bill's girlfriend's in town.
That's the line right there. All right. Thanks, boys.
Get that out of here.
All right, so here's my question for you. You know, one thing we noticed being back in the Dome, every time Kyle was mentioned, there was a fucking pop behind Kyle's name.
You know, the thing is, as much as this team fought, we won on the road in Clemson, which is always great. I mean, you love to win in there. You beat Dabo, but it feels so far away from the Kyle McCord era right now.
From the competence
and
of
it's
it,
a freaking year away. And we still beat Clemson. You love to beat them. Dabo, they stink, but we still lost. And it feels so far away
It
from
honestly
Kyle McCord.
feels like the second we don't have an elite quarterback, we are just nothing.
Exactly.
And like Kyle was an NFL quarterback, and that felt great. And Steve was really, really good to start the season.
Yep.
But the second that dissipates, it's like there's nothing else there.
Nothing left. I don't like that Fran got a little cocky. I think he's been cocky the past couple of weeks. I think that you heard a little Penn State rumor. Franklin got fired. Fran, his last press conference, I don't like what happened.
I didn't like that press conference either.
I think Collins was really poor in the first half. I thought the defense stood in. The running game is good. The line can't hold anything.
I mean, I thought our defense was great all game. I thought our offensive line was terrible all game.
I like that he gave Carney a shot.
I wish you would have given him a bigger shot. Why did you pull him after
Why
that?
do you pull him on that third down?
In the middle of the drive.
And then Collins throws another bad. What does he have? 10 interceptions?
It's terrible.
And
the punt before half. I mean, what are we doing? We're calling timeouts to get the ball back, and then we're throwing 3 incompletions,
and also
giving the ball back for a punt return.
Completely. Also, the punt that they dropped, I think it was the first quarter, maybe the early second. Pitt dropped the punt. We got nothing on it.
Couldn't get it.
You couldn't get anyone on it. Also, I just don't think there's no heart whatsoever. You bring in Carney and you pull him on a third down. Collins has 10 picks. I think
one thing I did love, I hear you say there's no heart. The one thing I did love is even at the end of the game when it came to the receivers, right?
Yes.
The receivers were going up to Ricky when he was actually completing the very few passes he completed.
Yep.
And they were like giving him high fives. So there's some camaraderie here.
I agree with that.
But the quarterback plays terrible.
I know. And I think Fran's got too much of a pass. I think he's got too much of a pass. I'm not saying fire him. I'm just saying he's gotten too much of a pass.
He deserves some criticism.
He deserves a little criticism. He doesn't deserve to think he could be a Penn State coach or anything.
No.
He's a Syracuse coach, and he's built something.
He needs to do a little better.
Exactly.
I agree with that. I agree with that. What's your name?
Vinny.
Vinny. Nice to meet you, Vinny.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys are great. Yeah.
So we just watched, let's call it a disaster in the Dome.
Let's call it a massacre.
That was
hey, last year was 40-0 versus Pitt. This is better.
Okay.
So, but what? Honestly, guys, what do you guys think of what you just saw? In the Dome?
First thing we need to do is pull all the scholarships.
I'm not gonna lie. I think we need a new quarterback.
We need to install a bar right outside, so when I leave the Dome, I can just get a drink, drown my sorrow.
Fair enough.
It'll be okay.
Fair enough.
So I think O-line needs some work.
Yeah. So the O-line couldn't block anybody today.
And what was that? 15? Like
it was 60.
five flags offsides.
Yeah, it was number 60. I think
it was bad.
And to be honest, the crowd. Let's be honest with the crowd.
Oh, the crowd was good at the start.
The crowd got what? 5 false starts, 6 false starts in this game.
We did our part. I will say this. Our quarterback, he can't throw. I will say that proudly. He can't throw.
It's bad. I mean, he was throwing interceptions left, right, and center today.
He threw what? He threw one
interceptions?
straight down. He threw one straight down.
3 interceptions. 3 interceptions.
Yeah, there was one where we were in the end zone behind, and there was one where you're looking straight out at it, and it's like there's 7 Pitt guys in the middle of the field,
and
one of our receivers, and he still fucking threw it.
He threw it right there. I think we need a new quarterback.
Triple coverage.
Yeah. I think in all we need a new quarterback. Need a new O-line. Our defense wasn't as bad.
Our defense was good tonight. They had like 8 sacks.
Defense was good.
That's what I'm gonna say. Coach Fran, don't go to Penn State.
Please don't go to Penn State.
Stay here, please.
We will get better.
We need some rebuilding.
Have
Really
open
bad
tryouts.
right
I will try out.
I'll be there in spring.
I mean, honestly, if I'm Penn State and I'm watching this game, do I want Fran?
Yes. He's one of the. If I'm being honest, Fran Brown is one of the best head coaches.
I would think about Fran Brown because we're recruiting at Florida really matters, right? You're in the Florida bubble. You're recruiting against a lot of other schools. Recruiting matters. If you're at Penn State, anybody recruits at Penn State.
That is true. That is true.
You need an A+ coach. You need somebody who's been there, been able to win championships. So personally, I don't think Penn State makes sense for Fran. I don't think it makes sense for Penn State. Florida, on the other hand, because we all know Napier. I mean, he's getting fired at some fucking point.
He's not good anymore.
That one makes a lot of sense for Fran.
I do think so. Syracuse has a lot of weapons. Delorier is one of the best players.
He's awesome. Samuel's
two
awesome.
wide receivers that are really good. They're all really good. I just think they need a quarterback that has an arm that can get it to the receiver.
I mean, I think if we have Angeli today, we win this game.
I think so. Oh yeah, 100%.
Well, I think part of the problem was the pocket pressure that he was getting put on in a way. He couldn't make those deep throws because of the amount of pressure he was getting put on.
The O-line was really bad.
Scored. Like the onside kick was perfect. We could have got back.
How sick was that onside kick?
And we could have got back in the game right there.
That's gonna be the momentum pusher right there. I thought it was gonna take us to at least.
I wanted to win too. Yeah, he wanted to. He wanted to.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Bro, he stole that shit right from start.
Doesn't matter.
Broden.
Wait. Are we good? All right. Broden?
Yes, sir.
Broden, what did you think of that game?
Honestly, it's been rough all season. Offensively, we've been struggling ever since Angeli tore his Achilles. It's just been really, really rough for us offensively. Like that quarterback position, it just holds the offense together. And the fact we've been missing it, it's frustrating to see.
And I felt like the defense played really well today, no?
I mean, they had a couple of big stops. They went 3 and out a few times, or they made Pitt go 3 and out a few times, which definitely changed the game. And from a special teams perspective, we got the onside kick.
Giving up that punt
Giving up
before
that
halftime.
punt return was pretty frustrating, like right at halftime. But
We got to run that clock out there, right? Like, come on.
And we got to put some points up on the board. And honestly, I don't know what his name is, but 10, whoever our backup quarterback is, I don't like the reads he's making on the field. He's not putting the ball in the proper position. I don't think he's making the correct reads. Missing that quarterback, not having
Angeli,
it makes it so hard.
It does make it hard. And I have to say, like, it felt a little bit like it was hopeless when he was in there.
100%.
Because I feel like we gifted them, 17 points in this game?
At least. The touchdown, the field goal was given.
The first interception to start the game, it was the third play of the game. We gave him an interception.
It is ridiculous. It's insane. It's hard to watch.
What did you think of the atmosphere, though? The fans brought it. They had
amazing.
5 false starts.
It's always
right?
amazing. We've been doing this trip for 14 years now. It's amazing to come down.
You've been doing this trip for 14 years.
We come from Ottawa, Canada.
Yeah.
All the way down to Syracuse. We've been watching the games ever since.
Oh, hell
yeah. The
yeah.
atmosphere is always amazing.
So my parents are both from Montreal.
Montreal?
Both of my parents are from Montreal.
Yeah.
I came to school here.
Oh, yeah?
So my parents, they're immigrants, obviously, to America, and they grew up. I grew up in America, but they grew up in Montreal. So I went to school here, and I have to say, like, this is the best school in the world, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's cool.
All right, well, we got Canada in the house. We got got to show better for Canada. Come on.
Go orange, baby. What's the channel?
All right, so we're here after the Pitt game. I mean, that was a tough watch for all of us. How do you guys feel about that game?
I kind of feel pretty overwhelmed. I thought I was going to see a good game. I seen a couple intos. Pretty sad, Me personally, if I was on the field, I'm not even going to get there. It's pretty bad.
I'm not gonna lie, Syracuse got belt. They got spanked.
That was a tough one, right? That was a tough one?
Tough L.
The onside kick was sick, though.
Yeah. I like the atmosphere and like support, but that's it pretty much though.
I mean, I think the fans caused what, like 5 false starts?
Yeah. It's good energy, but not on the field.
I mean, listen. When we were here, we were 2015 alumni. So when we were here, Syracuse was really bad. They were a lot worse than this. A lot worse. We were like 1-11. Our favorite player was a punter because he ran mad trick plays. But this is better than that. So for us, this is like, improvement for us, right? And like the number one thing I think is the defense held their head in there for us.
Yeah, the offense, it wasn't going to change that much.
Yeah.
I think it was the issue.
Next time.
Yeah, next time. I like the dome a lot, though.
The dome is sick, and the thing is, even with like a little bit of a smaller crowd, it gets fucking loud in there. So we call it the Loud House, All right, appreciate you guys.
All right, have a good one.